Let's talk about music. Arguably, one of the most important features of TikTok is the music that you use with your videos. That's what creates virality around TikTok and trending sounds and people making dances to specific songs. So, as you know, music is just an integral part of the platform. Now, there's a bit of a double-edged sword here. When you're doing TikTok ads, you have to use commercial-free music, which means you can't do some trendy Doja Cat song or Nicki Minaj unless you want to get sued by them, which I assume you don't. Take my word for it. Just kidding, I haven't, because I've followed my best practices, is you cannot use copyrighted music in your TikTok ads. This is really frustrating to a lot of advertisers, especially when they want to hop on trends or do dances that are more music related, and they get frustrated. They're like, oh, I can't even use like a trending song or sounds in my ads. So you do, when you are creating your TikTok ads and you're thinking about following trends, it cannot be music related, because if you're using music for a commercial purpose, you have to use something from the non-copyrighted library. So that's the bummer part, but the non-bummer part is that you won't get sued by doing this. Now, people come to me all the time and they say, oh, I see brands using commercial music all the time. I'm like, well, they're taking a big risk there. Personally, I wouldn't want that liability of using a commercial song in my TikTok ads, so I try to avoid liability, and I use something from the commercial library. So would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do the same. Now, in terms of utilizing music in your TikToks, what's cool is that in the actual TikTok app, there is a commercial-free library of many sounds that you can use that are completely free of royalty rights. So that's place number one to check in terms of finding non-copyrighted music. There's also plenty of copyright-free libraries out there on the internet. One that I personally like is called Artlist, so A-R-T-L-I-S-T. And that's a website that you can subscribe to and get a subscription to access a lot of different types of songs, and a lot of songs that are really good for TikTok. So that's my personal favorite. Another thing you can do to get around utilizing music is actually just using a voiceover in your ads. Some of my best performing ads don't contain any music at all. It's just someone talking to the camera or a voiceover of someone talking to the camera. So that's another really great option when creating ads. It's just don't use music and just use a voiceover instead.